2.0, the podcast. And always remember, gentlemen, it's a motherfucking movie. So today we're going to be talking about an issue that's affecting American black man, you know, um, um, nationwide in America. Like, I would see guys out here trying to living the street life, and a lot of times these guys who's out here living the street life is, since they didn't set themselves up by working a job, and by learning how to be a good person and stuff like that, then then they wouldn't be homeless. You know, um, the streets do not have a retirement plan. You cannot get a retirement plan off the streets, but you can get a vacation off the streets. You know, the streets don't love nobody. You know, uh, a lot of guys are not out here being on their purpose. A lot of guys are not out here being on their purpose, and I know that a lot of things might happen to us, you know, but it's up to you to say, man, I'm staying away from all that BS. You know, um, um, I'm not putting up with this no more. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. It's up to the individual. This is why guys not getting rich. Um, um, be like I ain't messing with none of that no more. Um, yeah, I'm gonna try to do the right thing. You know, have you noticed that people who become successful and wealthy tend to seem like they're doing the right thing all the time? You know, even though we see a lot of rappers who get on get rich and don't do the right thing, and they end up murdered or in prison, you know. Um, but you can't say wealthy people always tend to seem like they're doing the right things. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of black guys in America and hoods and impoverished communities, um, um, they tend to grow off the wrong things. You know, um, a lot of guys been raised in single mother households, um, so they're very emotional, and they don't know how to um, be a man. Because a woman, your auntie can't raise you. They can feed you, they can keep you alive. You know what I'm saying? Your grandma can't raise you. She can feed you, she can keep you alive, you know. But it takes a man to make a man, you know. So most of us are men we're males, but we're not a man, you know. And if you are a man, you're a bad man, you know. Like, that's why I was saying that it's best to always at least try to do the right thing. Like how guys will be like if you try to do the right thing, then 9 times out of 10 you're gonna fall on success, you know. But a lot of guys don't do the right thing, and um they choose the wrong way, you know. And uh we're seeing our homeless, we're seeing young guys, young brothers, and this go for all colors, white, um Mexican, anybody. We're seeing them become homeless, and a lot of them are losing their mind in the process. And that's why when we see a black kid that's on the streets and he's high off all type of shit, Percocets, and he crazy, and you can look at him and you're not gonna veer towards him. You're not going to, you know, he's in no man's land. That's, you don't want to be in no man's land. No matter where, what position in life you're in, you want to be trying to actively make the right decision for you, and like your fellow people, like everybody. Like if a wh- if a white person is racist to me or something like that, then I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna fight them, or go crazy and lose my composure. You know, it's just, that's just the way some people are, and that's how way they're raised. But when you do the right thing, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna fall on success. You're gonna fall on more money, and it's a lot of losers out here in the black community. It's a lot of losers, guys. Like a lot of people be bringing each other down, you know, knowing that Leroy got to go to work in the morning, you know, and y'all want to keep him up all night drinking and smoking and, you know, talking about nothing, you know, trying to make it seem fun. It's not fun. It's not fun to be broke, guys. It's not fun to be broke, and you're getting this from a guy who was homeless for a while. You know, like I come from a impoverished community, which a lot of you might know as the city of Memphis. You know, and, I had all types of ways, and with that being said, I was raised by a single mom. You know, but I still had my father in my life as well, even though they were separated. But he was like all the way in California. You know, successful, go to work every day, you know. On my mom's side, I'm like in the hood and bad situations and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just everything, anything goes. You know. Um, and all respect to GDs. All respect to Larry Hoover, Gangster Disciples. You know, because like even though I was in a poverty situation, like I was raised by the streets, you know, and I was raised by the streets, and it took me a long time. Like that's how I know it's hard to break the chains. You know, it's hard to break the chains. Um, yeah, a lot of us we walk around emotional as fuck as men, There's no reason, like if a dude is looking at me crazy, another black man, it was times where I would beef with him, like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. It's whatever. But now it's like, no. Uh, you have to not be emotional where people are like, as a man, you have to uh be a rock. You have to be fucking solid, bro. Like, cause people there's gonna be people when you're at your job, you know, that don't care about your struggle, that don't care about your if you eat tomorrow, you know, and they gonna test you. And it's not them testing you, it's just the way people treat people. Canadian Bro TV said, "Don't waste your energy on foolishness. Just get your money up. All these beefs and all that, just ignore it." Facts. You better be ignoring it. Oh yeah. Uh, that's where I'm gonna get into that. Canadian Bro said he's looking for land to get out of the matrix. And yes, I was gonna get into that. Travel, 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 but you have to get a piece of land or a home that's sitting on land. So if you get a home that's sitting on land, or you get land, then you can choose to. A lot of guys choose to, like Canadian Bro. A lot of the guys choosing to not live in the matrix, and shit. And they grow their own food, like fruits. You could grow fruits, potatoes, peppers. Owning land is good if we want to be rich. But that's another thing. A lot of American black men are not getting rich. So I really want to read all the comments, but I think this message that I'm trying to tell is important, and I think that a lot of people need to hear this. So if you guys want your comments, I'm gonna turn the chat to super chat only. Uh, Super chat and members. Yeah. I'm gonna turn the chat to super chats and members because uh uh yeah, we are gonna have a video where when I go live, we're just gonna go in and throw shots back and forth. But you know, like I was saying, a lot of American black men are highly emotional. Like, don't just think that these are street dudes. These street dudes are emotional. That's why it be so many killings in places like Chicago. That's why it be so many killings in places like Memphis. That's Houston. Guys are walking around in their feelings. Like, you be wondering why you can't have nothing nice around your own people most of the time. And if you do have something nice, you better be respected. Because if you're not respected, then somebody's gonna get your shit. They're gonna take your shit. And that's the dysfunction that I'm talking about. UK, that's why you remember in the beginning of the video, I said that, It's easy to do the right things, but a lot of American black men, they're they're not choosing to do the right things. I mean, and then if they are choosing to do the right things, like they might be on the right path, but you have to be whole. You have to be extremely whole to do the right thing. So that means like you could be doing the right thing but be emotional. Like it was a time where I had to, since I was half raised with my mom and she was single, and then I was like 25% raised by my father, so I had to, it was certain times where I found myself getting emotional and shit. This dude looking at me funny and shit. Like it's easy, when we're feeling bad, what I'm saying. A lot of guys be poor, bro. A lot of black dudes be poor and struggling. Like no count, bro. Don't even count. It's a small percentage of black man in this country who is choosing to do the right thing. Small percentage. The rest of us, you know, we're trying to live. We're trying to better ourselves. You know, we're trying to build credit. You know, we're trying to get a raise on the job. So you can have more money to invest. You know what I'm saying? That's why I push them. A lot of guys don't want to work these jobs, and they talking about it slavery and shit. Well, you got to start somewhere. you know. And if you're doing the right thing, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna start with a job, or you just got a fire ass landscaping lawnmower. You got a lawnmower that makes you cash, you know. Um, that's what we need to be into. But another thing I've been talking about is this stunt culture. Stunt culture. Um, where it was a time period where rappers were coming out with songs, Lil Wayne stunting like my daddy. Stunting the form, and for everybody who don't know what stunting is the form of having something or having something of that people consider as value, you know, and you ride by and they're sad because they're in poverty, they're emotional, and you come by, you like you ain't, and you stunting. You got you a nice Hellcat, you got you a nice track hawk, you in a Lambo, shit, fucking you in a fucking Lambo. And the stunt culture is really didn't is not helping. It didn't help us at all because now instead of people just saying that, hey, you can be poor one day and then rich the next day. So that means that I can wear some beat up ass shoes at school and not worry about getting clowned by my fellow human beings. Like like I remember in high school, in Memphis, like all of us was poor. We're from Memphis, what I'm saying? All of us were poor. It was gangs, you know, drugs, guns, uh and and yeah, we used to talk about each other. Like, oh, you got them beat up shoes, and we used to, what I'm saying? Oh, I'm like, boy, you dirty as hell. You smell. You this, you that. But not knowing that you can be poor and then be successful the next day. You hear me? You can. Let me say that again. You can be poor the first day and successful the next day. Um, um, and you don't have to make the wrong decisions to get there. Absolutely not. So a lot of us, you see, I be having my haters come through and don't even like the video. We be having a lot of times we be walking around feeling some type of way, like feeling like you'll never have nothing. You'll never have nothing because you're sharing all your info. You're around the wrong people. Like, it's better to be by yourself than to be around the wrong people, because the wrong people is always going to influence you in a bad way. You know, they gonna knowing you ain't supposed to spend that money and shit. You ain't trying to drink, you ain't trying to do this, you ain't trying to hang out, and then you get caught up. You get caught up because everybody got their own lives. The only person who don't have their own life is you. Let me say that again. You get caught up with the wrong people because everybody is living their own lives. But the only person who's not living their own lives is you, because you're not around the right people. You know, it's better to hang by yourself than to hang around a bunch of people who not going nowhere. A lot of times, I remember when I was growing up, and when I think about it, like nobody couldn't help me. I had to help me. Nobody could help me. Like my grandma back in the day, like my granny, like she was fucking like from the 1930s or 40s, and they had court the phones, the house phones and shit, and the box TVs, you know. So um, we're in a better position now. We make more money in this country than ever. Um, and a lot of times we be waiting for other people. Waiting for other people. We want to do it with other people, but the whole time you're not gonna get blessed until you do it yourself. It's a lot of times where people can't come with you. You know, it's like my situation. I'm married. I'm legally married with two kids right now, and I'm positive and stuff. But right now, me and my wife, we're not on good terms. So what that's saying to me is that everybody can't go with you. I can't get emotional because, oh, I'm about to watch, like a lot of guys be watching women and shit. I don't give no fucks. Like, if you're not if you're everything and being positive, if you're being positive and stuff like that, and you're doing it the right way, you ain't out here selling drugs and stuff like that. And that shows me that you don't care. So yeah, and that's where being a rock comes into place. You know, that's why I said you gotta be as a man, if you want to become rich, there's gonna be things and people that you are going to have to say goodbye to. You'll be like, hey, nah, bro, nah, I ain't got nothing. Like, I'll go around real fast. You see, that's why you see My three people who's in here, I'm about to give y'all some game. That's why in the hood, anytime you're in a place where there's a lot of black people, know that the crime rate usually is a lot higher. So this is where you don't use the stunt culture, where guys you'll go to work, you'll be making money, you're on your way, you're coming up in life, and you can't just motherfucking be walking around like you got it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like wear the same clothes for like 4 days and have that $500, you know what I'm saying, sitting down and nobody don't know nothing. And have that $1,000 or that $5,000, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to dress like black women a lot of black women. Now we're gonna get to black women. You see a lot of black women and black communities think that you have to dress a certain type of way to be successful. But I'm telling you, when you're around a lot of black people and black women, the last thing you want to do, you want people to like you for you. Let me say that again. You want people to like you for you. So you don't open up about your book about your blessings and shit. You act like you don't know nothing. You know, keep it simple. Keep conversations simple because everybody's thinking the wrong way. A lot of people in black communities are thinking the wrong way. And if you start talking about, oh, you got this and that, then you're going to set yourself up for failure. They might not rob you, but they might make you feel good. They might be like, oh, you my boy, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get you this chick right here. The next thing you know, that 500 turn to 300. That 300 turn to 200. That 200 turn to zero. Easy. You don't want to know how many times I done went broke and fucking for putting my trust in people and and my people. Putting my trust, man. Black people, we're crazy, bro. You know, this the realest y'all gonna get it from this channel, you know. Like I would literally like I would have a whole car, a fucking home, money in the bank, credit cards and shit, and I would go around and nobody would never know it. Cause I wouldn't share it. I wouldn't drive around you. Why would I want to drive around somebody who's gonna potentially rob me? You know, you know, we can't be out here hanging around poor people, man, in the black community. Like I said, I'd have been in a lot of the communities. Like I stay in, like I'm in a community right now, and robberies in this area, burglaries in this area, probably 0%, if 1% or some shit like that. Like, but when we got in our community, everybody poor and thinking the wrong way. We outside in everybody business. That's how black. That's how I'm black, nigga. Nigga, I'm from this bitch. Yeah, I know, and I'm putting everybody on blast. You know, I'm putting everybody on blast. And I don't see no babies like in black communities. That's why the community get bad. It's a bunch of black women who don't give a fuck, and there's a bunch of dudes who don't give a fuck. And fucking, I don't see no babies walking across the street barefooted. You know, ain't neighbors not in each other business. They might come over just to say hello or something or chop it up, and everybody's successful. All these houses are over $400,000 easy. You know, man, I'm giving y'all a good game. Somebody hit the super chat, man. We had a lot of people in here and they left, and I gave it to you. Do not when you're if you're in the hood, if you're in a black community, do this, and I bet you come up. Do this, and I bet your ass comes up. Uh, don't show off. Don't show off. Just go to work or hustle or whatever you do, and do not talk about your money at all. You're broke. You're always broke. Even if you have $10,000, you're broke. Even if you have $200, a lot of us are poor, so we ain't got big money like that. So if you got $20, like, that $20, if you're homeless or some shit, that $20, you're gonna need that for something. You might need that for something so you can make some more money. I remember being homeless in Atlanta, and so many black people smoke Newports. You buy a pack of Newports, and you got a little something coming in. You just can't have an addiction like I did. I'll still smoke, which is not a good habit. So uh, yeah. So that's A1 game. When you're coming up, if you're in a community that's predominantly black, or if you're in a city and your neighborhood is predominantly black, stop sharing your information with people. Stop trying to impress these hoes, because these hoes not on your level. These dudes not on your level. They don't. They're stuck right now. They're stuck, and they might not never get unstuck from where they're at. You know. Um. So walk around and act like you ain't got it. If nobody called you before, if say for instance, if nobody then called you, like if you got family, sometimes you got to turn your back on family too. Like, real talk. Sometimes family be toxic, and you can't come up with toxic people. So if nobody called you or then checked up on you and ain't checked up on you in a while, go do something that's monetary for you, and be coming up. Do something that they didn't think you was gonna do, and don't say nothing about it, and just keep doing that shit. And then when you look up, you can stunt when you leaving. You like, oh, yeah, I got a car and I'm going to my house, and you can't get to it and you can't come to it, but hello and bye. Don't let people know what you if you in a poor place. That's why I hate the stunt culture, because the stunt culture is trash. You don't have to dress like you got it to have it, homie. All you black women who think niggas ain't got it because they ain't dressing a certain type of way. I ain't trying to get robbed, bitch. You hear me? These hoes will set you up for failure. I'm not trying to get robbed. I'm not trying to get killed. And poor black communities, people already ain't got money, and everybody think they fucking Nino Brown, Scarface, Larry Hoover, anybody. Yeah. So that's why a lot of black women miss out on great men, because we're there. Yeah, we're there. You just don't see us. Nobody does. They don't pay attention to niggas like us. But let's get our money up, and then they gonna see you. You hear me? Get it. Get the bread. You know, we on another level, man. It's 2024, and I'm gonna give you game, bruh. I'm gonna give you game, and it ain't free either now. But y'all here in this channel would not be here if it wasn't for you guys supporting me. So I'm telling y'all, giving y'all A1 game how to come up all the time. Like, fucking, man, like billing your credit. Do it. Do that shit. Bank accounts. Like, okay, so I got three major bank accounts. I got three major credit cards type shit. Like I I have three major bank accounts. I have three credit cards, from major bank accounts from the same banks that I'm with. So, you know, um, You fucking uh yeah, it's out here, man. I used to think people looked at me crazy. Like I used to go to the bank and shit. And then in my emotional, my single, since I was raised by a single mom and I had to break out my emotions and shit. I like people used to. I used to go to the bank. They'd be like, "Oh no, you deny, you deny, you deny, you deny," and shit like that. Now I go to the bank and I be like, "Damn, bitches be flirting and shit behind the counter and shit." You hear me? Like, get your money up. Man, if y'all new in here, man, make sure y'all thumbs up this video because I'm giving out the game. Yeah, these are facts, man. I'm telling you, I done lived in a lot of communities. And mainly because I'm from down south. Down south is predominantly black. So I done lived in a lot of poor places and black neighborhoods, predominantly black neighborhoods with millions of black people. And the way we operate for the poor, all the poor people, is not right. We got crackheads and shit. Like we got more drug dealers. We got more drug dealers and wannabe drug dealers in the black community than the whole fucking and down south alone than the whole fucking world, nigga. Like, no, that's not the way. Um, yep, you can do it. Like I got faith in you guys. I know it's hard. Once you're in the place, you know, and you can have anything you want out here. Anything you want in the world, man. This weed fire, bro. Like it got me got down. Yeah, yeah. It got me on another level, nigga. Oh, I gotta show y'all the stash. I gotta show you the stash. I just picked this guy up. Check this shit out. Hold on, hold on. Check this shit out. That shit smoke good too, and it does. Yo, you can smoke weed. You ain't gotta let niggas know you smoke weed. You can be high as fuck, but act like you ain't got it. If you got some weed and you in a poor place in a poor black neighborhood, don't let niggas know you got some weed. Smoke your own shit. Like smoke and fucking be high. I be at work high as a motherfucker down there every day, nigga, all day. Yeah, man. Like for real. But nobody knows that. Like yeah, yeah. And if they did, I wouldn't give a fuck. You know, shit. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do my job though. Yeah, yeah. We got to get out here and make some money, man. Too much money out here. It's too many properties that I'm seeing in black neighborhoods that we should be buying. You know. Oh, y'all don't like the shades, my bad. It's too many properties I'm seeing. Like you guys look around in your neighborhoods. Look at these abandoned houses. Some of these houses just need a little fix up. Um, um, but if you're doing real estate, I do not advise you to buy homes in poor black neighborhoods because you're always going to have issues with tenants, you know, tenants not want to pay. So if you're going to get into real estate, and this is A1 game, like I said, I've been giving out game all day. If you're going to get into real estate, you want to get your property in a suburban area, you know, just like you want to get land. You don't want to, man, you want to get some land away. You don't want guys on your land who's thinking about the wrong things and stuff and poor. They're going to steal your stuff. They're gonna steal your blower, your lawnmower. You know, they might rob you, pop up out the bushes or some shit. Um, if people don't know what the hood is, I'm the definition. I'm a prime example of knowing exactly and coming from the hood, bro. And that shit and like a lot of shit that y'all be seeing and shit is watered down, and y'all not really from like these areas, bro. Like for real, like yeah, that shit gets wicked, like spooky type shit. Yeah, yeah. So ever since I took the chats, nobody ain't super chatting today. So well, fellas, I'm about to get up out of here. Um, I hope y'all been enjoying the content. If y'all new to this channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Also, make sure you guys following me on Instagram at Memph 2.0 Digital. I be want to see a lot of y'all faces and network with y'all, man. Make sure y'all following me on Instagram. Um, and we gonna cook on the next one. You know, it's a little game in every live. So I'm gonna holler at y'all in the next video. Always remember, fellas, it's a motherfucking movie. Even if you're in a poor area in poor area in black community. Be careful, man. Over and out.